What's up, y'all? Today we got a package, and I am going to be showing you the install of a GT500 carbon fiber track pack wing on a 2018 GT350. So I went ahead and added the uprights to the wing and only just tightened this bolt for now, and I had to remove this stud here that was in this part, and I had to do that because we have to set it on the car, get everything lined out, get it even in between on the deck lid in the middle, and then we're going to, and I have to kind of look up how to do this, we're going to take these guides that came with it so we could tape them down and drill the holes in the proper spot. All right, so set the wing up there. I measured everything out, saw that it was in the middle, and then I was looking at the instructions and realized I needed to take this off, this pad, and then add the guides. I'm only doing this because it's a new deck lid and there are no holes. If you are installing it on the stock deck lid that already has a hole there, you can just leave the stud that was in those brackets and go ahead and install that, and then mark where the other ones need to be drilled. All right, so they kept falling off and they were being a pain. So, like the instructions said, I decided to just reset, start from the beginning. I have removed, I laid this down and flipped it over, and I'm taping the guides to the bottom of the wing, and then I'll flip it back over, get all my measurements, get everything where I want it, and tape the guides, remove this tape, and tape them to the car. That way I know they won't move. All right, got all those taped on, time to flip it. All right, I got everything in place, and I went ahead and measured like 4 or 5 times the distance between the holes on the brackets and the guides, and I think we're good to go. I'm about to drill my first hole. All right, so from what I can tell, this is going to be a little off from where the spacer goes. The pinhole is a little to the right. I don't know. I might just go ahead and cut some of this out here. Like I said, I mean, that's why I bought this hood, so I didn't have to care about it as much. And I can modify it to work. The other concern is where the brackets are going to go, because they normally go right here. So I might not have any choice but to move them out some. All right, I think I know what the problem is. So looking at the pictures, they had this on the outside, and I had it on the inside because if I try to put this on the outside, it was touching, and I didn't really like the way that was. I was able to mess around with it, and it's on there. I'm going to try to tighten it down, and I guess we'll leave them on the outside, and that way the holes should line up better. All right, this makes me nervous. So I started to drill a second set of holes since I was off by a little bit, but before I put too many holes in this deck lid, I decided to go ahead and drill out the centerpiece in here where the stud is going to be. So now this side is sitting with the stud through the deck lid. I'm going to measure everything again. I have the templates back where they were before, taped under there. Then I'm going to go and drill the stud on that side and double check again for the alignment, make sure all the holes are in the right place, and make sure that these brackets will fit snug under the deck lid on the inside of the trunk. So we're gonna try that now. All right, we have the 3 big holes drilled on this side. That side felt too far off for what I liked, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and mount this side up. As you can see, there was a couple little pinholes here where I was kind of getting things right. So I'm gonna mount this side completely all the way up, tighten it down, move it around a little bit until I know for a fact that that side is good, and that way it will at least look symmetrical. All right, templates are there, good and tight, taped on. Time to put this back on again. All right, I pushed the car forward a little bit. I'm just kind of checking all angles just to make sure everything looks symmetrical. Man, I think we got it really close. I don't know if it's perfect. The trunk or the deck lid is a little off-centered anyway, just from the way it came from Anderson Composites. So I'd say all in all that it looks pretty damn good, and I think I'm going to send it, and then I can always move it around a little bit if I need to make adjustments once it's outside and in the daylight. All right, looking a lot better, because that actually is almost at the same distance from the back. Before it was like down here, and I knew that wasn't right. Now these are all basically about the same distance between the bracket being on the inside of the wing and the outside. So we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and drill this one, see where that comes out, and then drill the rest if everything looks all right. All right, there's that first one. You can see now it's right dead in the center of that hole. I should have easy access. There was the other one over there off to the side. So much better. And it looks like these are going to line up really nicely for where this bracket goes, which will be right here up against that. So things are looking a lot better. I feel a lot more confident about this. The brackets definitely had to be on the outside of the wing. Having the brackets on the outside of the wing on one of the sides, it wasn't both sides. One went right in. The other one, it cracked a little bit, and it's definitely rubbing on the underside of the actual wing. So I'm hoping that it is okay over time. If it starts to crack too bad, I'll look into repairing it and try to modify it so that the uprights don't actually make contact with the bottom of the wing, cracking the resin. Pro tip, if you've been following me or have seen my videos, you have seen me do this. If you have a step bit, it won't get caught on things if there's multiple layers. And also, if you have a certain depth that you need to go, or a width for the hole, put painter's tape on it, and then that way you know what's coming up and you can just stop. All right, got the 10mm socket, which is going to be for the studs that come through here. And then what is this? T30 Torx bit, which is a lot of people call it a star bit, but it's a Torx bit that are going to be for the side bolts that go here. Okay, just a second, buddy. I need to focus so I don't drop this thing. Actually, can you do me a huge favor?
Yeah.
Can you hand me that drill that's down there?
What drill?
It's in the trunk of the car. Yep, the red one. Thanks, buddy.
Talk to me.
This is called aerodynamics. So we want the air to kind of push down the back of the car so it's stable in corners. All right, good night, buddy. I love you. Hey, it's been a few days. I just realized I did not do an exit video or an outro But here is the wing. It is attached. I'm going to move it over probably like 1/8 of an inch towards the passenger side. But that won't be too difficult. Man, I've had it to almost 120 and it just turns on a dime. Like you point and it goes. I already love it. I look forward to get it on the track and see what it can do. So thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, show your support. I appreciate it.